And we are live, people. I am your host here on the Unpopular Review, Mike Knoxxx. I am the best in the world, baby. Yes, 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 your tribal chief. And it is the lovely, the beautiful, the outstanding, the captain that is the tribal queen, Captain Shaysphere. And this is the Challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies review. And OMG, that means, oh my God, people, in case you didn't know, we had some action tonight, man. We had some action tonight. Share your thoughts.
There was a lot of changes and like TJ really threw a lot of things out there, which I like. I like surprises. And I also like that it keeps them on their toes, so I was happy about it.
Yeah, well, what happened now? To me, what's this episode 9, 8? Looked
Is 10. Is actually
10. Okay,
yeah.
we finally got some action. And you know the action I like the most we got? I felt like, honestly, I think it came because they gave us the trailer,
Yeah.
okay, for the
mid-
All-Stars, okay, season 2. And I got the preview for the Real World Los Angeles is coming back. I love that. That means you got Tammy and you got David in the house together.
Oh my God, that's gonna be explosive. I just know it because David is just such a argumentative person. It's really, really hard for him to not get into arguments. And then Tammy ain't no punk either. She's gonna argue back. So
this is gonna be good, especially her coming off to the success, if you will, of Basketball Wives and her fame from there. And kind of they all kind of did their things and doing like the challenging like Beth and all that things like that. But we'll talk about that at a later date. But the Spies, Lies, and Allies finally got into the nitty-gritty. We broke these teams up who are all playing together. We have now, as you would call it, we now have different teams. We have Ruby's team, we have Sapphire, and we have the Emerald team. And how this came about, Shay, they had a race, an old school race to find some jewels and to put your jewel in the stands. And that gave us the first leg of this 3-legged race. And you can't win a 3-legged race, but you know what? You had one in this case. And that gave you the place your jewel. Then you had to have your team that came together and you filled. That's the things I hate. This is when I love when they have to actually work at it. They had to do, and they had this was a hell of a challenge.
This is a lot.
This is a lot. Old school at its finest, to have to fill up the rocks by breaking them, and then from there go into filling them up and overflowing them out. So a great challenge had by all in this episode. I loved it. It was beautiful. And what you think about that? We finally got some real action this week, Shay.
I really liked this daily. I really did. I feel like it was fun and it really got them moving. Like you really had to work for it. It's like I'm not the biggest Devin fan, but I do see that he uses his brain a lot. Like I can't take that from him. I'm just like, ugh.
Devin was the man again. And as I'm watching it, all I thought was what you would say is, why are they listening to Devin? Because he just drinks beer and manipulates. And I love it. And I love how he ran that council meeting. I thought it was great. I thought it was brilliant.
It was.
And I thought that's how you'd run it. That's how Wes would run it, knowing you're in charge, being in charge, acting like you're in charge, and just taking charge overall. Yeah. So that's exactly what happened. That's what we got, and I enjoyed it. But we got the 3 teams, the Ruby team, the Sapphire team, the Emerald team. Who's on these teams, Shaysphere?
So for the Emerald team, we have Devin, Josh, Casey, Nani, Emmanuel, and Tori. That's Emerald. For the blue team, blue, whatever they call it, we have CT, we have Ed, we have Nelson, we have Ashley, Amanda, and I feel like that's it. If I'm missing someone, I'm so sorry. Then we have for the Ruby, Corey, Priscilla, Bettina. Well, no, Bettina was on team blue. That's Bettina. Okay. So we have Priscilla, Corey, Big T, Logan, and Kyle, big teeth.
And I got some things to say about Kyle a little bit later here, just so
sick
you know. I'm so sick of Kyle and his damn veneers.
I'm tired of big old teeth, man.
It's getting sickening. It's getting disgusting. Yes, he's not crying, talking about Corey like a baby. You have a team color. You wear your team color. And you should expect your team to wear your color there, Kyle, Mr. Veneers, Mr. Ed. Sorry,
Right.
I'm a little old if you don't know who Mr. Ed is. Just Google him. He was a horse, of course.
So I mean, Emerald ends up winning, as I really thought CT's team was gonna win on paper because he had the stronger looking team. But I guess Devin's brains just kind of overpowered them.
He just got lucky. But that team, listen, the Emerald team is really strong, to be honest with you.
It is.
But anything that CT's on, I'm always gonna rock with that team, regardless. That's just what it is, and who I choose to rock with. But they win their first challenge. Now they get to, at this point, see who actually is gonna, who does what next. And in this case, it was all about picking to see who goes inside. And lo and behold, they're still picking on rookies. Duh. So Priscilla gets called in. She's the vote. But what I love the most about her vote was simply her having the balls. Yes, and I said that. She's a female. I get it. Having the inner testicular fortitude to make that decision to go down there and an elimination and call out the almighty Lashley.
I'm crying. Not almighty Lashley.
Ashley, that is, not Lashley.
Almighty. They call her Smashley. Yeah.
They do call her Smashley.
When she starts drinking, that's definitely Smashley. Yeah. I do have a lot of respect for Priscilla. Was I a fan of like certain things she did during the season because they kind of went towards my faves? No. Yeah. But I have respect for her, just how she plays the game is very straightforward and she's never scared. So I do hope that, she comes back. I really do. So I think she was a good addition. She threw a wrench in their plans. She added depth to the show because it was getting very old, annoying every week. Oh, rookies. It was getting tired.
Well, they were getting picked on. So I'd have been a little mad too, but unfortunately, as the game goes, that's what happens, So they got picked on, and this week she stepped up. Now, did she succeed at stepping up? No, not
she
even
got
close.
Sat down, as the Undertaker would say. They got set down,
and she got her ass sat down by the boob buying, taking millions wearing. I will get with you if I'm junk laying. Almighty Ashley put in her work. And she did. She went out. I was telling my wife also, I was like, babe, it has to be demoralizing when you're sitting there and someone's so heavily going against you. Mm-hmm. The way they were, when they do that, it's so like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, there's no coming back from that for me because I'm looking up there at who's cheering against me. And don't try to friend me later on social media or say, well, we were just in the house with that person and, so this was what they wanted to do. No, it doesn't happen that way. So
it's very defeating. It definitely doesn't help. It definitely makes you feel worse, especially if at that point Ashley was already in the lead. So it was like,
Bro, we got what we got, and fireworks happen. And no, I have to say it again. Here it is. You think I'm gonna go? You think I'm gonna go? Is that what you thought I would do, Josh? You thought you was off the hook. Josh, are you crazy? Josh still sucked up the place this week. Why? Because all he does is cry. All he does is complain. All he thinks is that he's a superstar, and he's no superstar. You're not. You're not an all-star. You're only a veteran because you've been on 4 shows. How about that? So, with that, your thoughts. And again, Kyle and Corey, I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. It's getting annoying. I don't want to see it anymore, and I'm just sick of it. It has to go. It has to go. Kyle has to go. And I don't even get where this even came from all of a sudden, but I just don't like him anymore. I just don't. He was my guy. I thought he was pretty cool and pretty funny. You know what I mean? Like, the British thing and British people, they're different. All right. You don't judge them the same way, Captain. Your takes from this week though.
I'm tired of Big Teeth. I really am. I'm sick of him.
It's CT trying to get me out on purpose. Yeah.
I can't even be bothered with CT because he had like about 5 bad takes this episode where I was just like, CT, just stand there and look good because you're getting me mad every time you speak this episode. I agree with him, but this episode he just kept saying stuff. He said Emmy was pure and she never lies. I was like, she literally was lying the first like 3 episodes, sir. What are you talking about? Like, I was just like, we're not seeing eye to eye here, Chris. Like, we off. Like, we used to be here. We know we here.
Like, catch yourself up, bro.
Yeah, what you talking about? Are we talking about the same Emmy? Like, come on, please. And I'm over Kyle, who just wants to be angry, a butt kisser, and he doesn't want to do any work. He just wants to be on the good team and do nothing and just stand there and blind everyone with his big ass teeth. I'm tired of him. Yeah.
Tired is the word, and they say the word is the word, right? Or the bird is the word. Word is the bird. Right. That's again, I'm dating myself. It's okay. I'm dating myself. Next week. Now, when you look at the previews for next week, is that 1 episode? It didn't feel like it was a 1 episode preview.
No. This is like they always do this, like because it's about 19 episodes this season.
Yeah, okay.
Episode 10, so it's like the halfway mark. So they always got that half point teaser.
Trailer teaser. Okay. Only teaser that came out this week I love is Scream. I love that. I love the new Scream teaser. Have you seen it?
Oh yes. I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
So that's what I'm excited for. But today's show, it was pretty good. I gotta say this much, Josh. It's a family show. Devin, keep doing your thing. I love it. I love all that you bring to the program. I do.
I'm trying.
What?
I'm so sick of him.
Oh, I love Dev. Let him drink beer and cause chaos. But he say, fight for me.
He really wanted chaos. I can. He just wants to fight every time. I can't. I'm surprised Josh was so quiet.
Well, Josh is a crybaby, but it's what's shocking. But he's on a team. He's got a team full of winners, unfortunately, and in his favor on that team. So they're going to protect him because Josh needs a pacifier. He needs a blankie. That's what Josh needs, and that's how they view things.
Yeah. I also didn't like how Josh was kind of saying how he was entertaining throwing Ashley in when last week he was in the room with her when they both thought they were going in and they were all like, oh no, we're not, all this. It's like came off fake to me.
Mm-hmm.
How are you in here last week? You both were going to go in and you were both consoling each other and like, no, you're good. And now this week you're like, yeah, I want to throw Ashley in. It's very fake. But if someone did that to him, oh my God, he would lose it. He would throw.
He would lose his ever loving, cotton picking. He doesn't know what he is, mine. So that's what you would lose with Josh. But we're gonna see, and it's a lot of explosions still to be happening, shall I say, this season on Spies, Lies, and I Lies. So I'm definitely intrigued. I'm definitely motivated to want to see them. And excited to move forward in that. So this week I'm excited. What's going on, DJ? I see your DJs out there showing his love in the chat. Appreciate it. But with that being said, your final thoughts on this week's episode?
I'm happy for Ashley. I feel like people treat Ashley like she's weak.
I do.
Yeah, see, like they treat her like she really is not good, but she actually is. She just sometimes need that kick in the butt to step it into high gear, and then you see, okay, this is why she's a 2-time champ. That's it.
No. You do forget that she's a 2-time champ. That is for sure. But I think she steps up when she's angry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When she's angry, that's what happens. And when her back is against the wall, she shows out, and she's definitely done that so far. So looking forward to seeing what happens and what she does the rest of the year. That's for damn sure. With that being said, hey guys, girls, those who are listening, we love you. It's the Spies, Lies, and Allies unpopular review show. And I guess we'll say see you mañana. That would be tomorrow, but See you next week, knuckleheads. We out of here, y'all. Peace.